Right, it's a nice warm Sunday morning, the end of the week. Hello. So we thought we'd just show you what we've been doing this week. It's been a busy old week and
lots of clearance.
Yes, lots of clearance. So it's 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning and we've just gone and ripped a wall out in here. So right, so what we've been doing is clearing and tidying up.
Yep.
And I'm now going to go and walk you through what we've done. All right. Right, so if you've seen the photos, you will have seen this, and it was full of tiles and a wooden wall, and it's now not. Hello. So we've cleared all the tiles out. We've got rid of all the mud that was in there, in here. And
that's gone on the raised bed.
Yeah, so the wood we're going to use for garden beds, because somebody was asking us about this. The wood we're going to use on all the garden beds, so like all the wood from the ceilings, because that's not even attached. The bricks we're going to use for paths and for rebuilding areas. Now Lisa's taught us what to do. We're not scared of it anymore. Yeah. This wall here isn't attached to the sides at all.
Typical French building, they don't tie things in.
Well, it's not tied in, but also it means it's not structural, which means we can actually take the ceiling out, take the beams out, and then we can take this wall out. That's the project for the next couple of weeks. It'll be done by Friday. So here's some more of what we've been doing. So the bed is finished there. So that was 2, that's now cleaned out. This one is all cleaned out. And again, as we spotted, we've got a different ceiling in here.
So this is like original storage loft in a barn where they were just put slats of wood over and then clay on the top of it to create the floor.
So we know we can take this one out. That's not going to be a problem. And then the next one is going to be in there. But that's just an absolutely, that's going to be a big job. So we're going to try and get all of this cleared out first. Originally there was a little fire in here. Probably a little log burner. Not originally, but because there would have been had the animals in here. So there's evidence there of the soot, evidence there of a chimney. So when we're doing the roof, we can actually have a look and see. Because our secret mission, we actually might have found a little log burner. Whether it ends up in here, when it becomes the craft area,
or in the kitchen,
we do not know. Right. And then you can show us what you've been doing there.
Oh yeah, just the...
Well, it's not just. If you remember as well, we had a fence around here. So around the bread oven was always separate.
Yeah, so this wasn't just me, this was a joint effort.
Yeah, but this was, so we've removed the fence post, we've removed the concrete, well, the concrete fence post and all the fence. I might have ended up sitting in a
patch of nettles.
Yeah, patch of nettles that nobody laughed at when I did it, did they? Yeah, that one. And so we've cleared all this. We found the manhole cover for the sewage that we'd got no idea was there. So we did this because we felt like the bread oven just wasn't connected to the courtyard, and it needed to be. So by us doing this, it's now become part of it again. But Terry has been doing
lots of remedial here, which we'll do as and when. And I've been clearing. This is only a fraction of it. All of the ivy off the side of the building and on the roof. So still a bit more to do on the roof there. But this now frees up this whole space so we can rake it out and look to get it repointed. But
also we had a look at behind the tin up there. And what's behind there, we're going to do a whole thing because there's a few little bits in there that are quite confusing that we don't know. But we found the original metal
cement bucket or
lime bucket. Yeah, it's an old tin bucket, but it's
they didn't bother washing it out at the end of the last time they used it. So.
How rude is that?
Yeah, very disrespectful of the workman's equipment.
So the plan now is, because one wise person told us that.
Almost.
Yeah, one wise person told us that preparation is key. So, thank you, Lisa. So what we're doing is we're going to get it all cleared out. And then we're going to repoint areas, small areas at a time that we can cope with so it's not become a massive. But we've got a few ideas what this will become in the end. A few thoughts, a few plans, but we shall see where it goes and what it becomes. But it's just nice that it's now part of it.
Yeah.
It's not as scary. I'm not scared by this now as I was before the visit.
Yeah, there's obviously there's a lot of work we need to do to stabilise, because you can see there's lots of cracks in the building. But with our newfound rendering skills, we should be able to get it all stable. And then once we've done that, we can think about getting the roof replaced.
Yeah.
It's in rather a state of disrepair.
Yeah, so we've got to sort the walls out first, and then once we know that's stable, then we can then
move on to the roof.
Not scary at all.
It'll be another skill to learn.
Yes. So so that's where we are, and that's how far we are, and that's what we've done this week. So it's only a little vlog. It's just a little bit of fun. It's not going to be highly edited, but just enjoy it. All right. See you next week. Bye.